with the police. That's our soundboard. Thank you so much.
The police were way ahead of their time.
Oh, yes, sir.
They were.
All right. Take care, you guys. Hey. Yeah, I just wanted I wanted to go back live because I watched that video of the I just watched that video of the situation with the canine. So I wanted to go back. So anyways, those dogs do that. I've seen it. Those dogs, they get excited. They get fired up and they want to do the work. And they will bite the canine handler. I've seen that happen before. So the originator of that is Riverside County Accountability. RCA was the one that filmed that. During the course of his search, his detention, his camera captured that. And then Clash with Bow, he posted it, and then there was a short by somebody else. But anyways, I've seen that happen before. I've seen those dogs do that. It's because they want to do the work. The dog is excited to do the work, and they do that sometimes. However, that being said, I have never. They are aggressive with the dogs. Those dogs have chokers on. I don't know if you guys knew that. The collars that they have are chokers, and usually they can gain control of the dog by via that. But sometimes they have to get aggressive with the dog to get control of it. I've seen those dogs attack other officers before because the dog wants to do the work. They'll go out and they'll go after, they'll try to bite somebody that's close to them. But I've never seen a handler, get that physical with their dog. But I have seen them get physical with the dogs before. So that's not uncommon. That officer is probably going to get in trouble, though, because now it's out online. It's probably going to go super viral. So he's probably going to get reprimanded for how he disciplined his dog. More than likely, that dog and him, he's probably just got paired up with that dog. So the way the officers work with those dogs, right? It's his dog. And he will work with that dog until it retires. And then he'll get another dog. Okay? And then they have to go, the dog and the officer have to go through training all over again. It's like boot camp. So they have to get to know each other. So like, let's say he's a 20-year veteran canine officer. He'll work with several dogs through his career. And they work with the dogs until the dogs can't do the work anymore, or they retire the dog. Then they get assigned, they get a new dog. Those dogs come from Europe. They're expensive. Those dogs are bred in Europe, and then they bring them over here. They get basic training. Those dogs receive basic training by the breeders, right? They get rudimentary training. And then when they get over here to the agencies finish the training with the animals. And then the dog gets assigned to a handler. And then the handler and the dog have to go through training with each other. And once the dog gets certified, then the dog can go out and work. And he will work with that dog until the dog can't do the work anymore or it gets retired. Some of those dogs can't do that work. They have to train. They go through like a probationary period. And if the dog doesn't do what it's supposed to do during the probationary period, they can't use it. They have to retire. They have to use it for something else or get rid of it. So that might be a problem dog. We don't know. So you have no idea. That dog could have just got out in the streets. It could probably just started working, and it needs to be trained. So, anyways, but I've never seen a canine handler that aggressive with this dog. He's probably been bit by it before, so who knows? It'll come out in the wash. It'll all come out. But you know that's gonna go viral. It's already freaking trying to go viral. But I have seen that before. Back in the old days, the narcotics dogs, the federal dogs, they were taught to alert to the substance aggressively. So those dogs would like rip the seats out of cars, deflate tires, and then they had to train them to be passive. So now the narcotics dogs that are used by the feds, they sit down and they put their nose on the spot where the narcotics are at. But back in the old days, those dogs were aggressive. They would go in there and tear the seats out, freaking bite the tires and everything. We had to train that out of them. And sometimes the narco dogs will bite because all the dogs receive a basic course of training before they come over here. And when they get them over here, they decide what they're going to use them for, either narcotics or working dogs. They call them working dogs. And they do have dogs that are dual trained. The military, those dogs will detect explosives, narcotics, and they will also function as bite dogs. And those are super, super expensive animals because they got to receive all that training. But most of the dogs you see on the street are either narcotics dogs or working dogs. They call them working dogs. They use them to bite people. Anyways, I just wanted to go live and talk about that real quick. That was a working dog. The dog that he had was a bite dog. But it may have been a narcotics dog also. A lot of those dogs are dual trained. They can do both. They have dogs that are for agriculture. How many of you knew that? They have dogs that are designed to go out and sniff out agriculture also. They use them at the border. Those are usually like some kind of hound dog. And they'll use those. You'll see them walking around with these dogs. So they have dogs for all kinds. They have dogs for explosives. They have dogs for agriculture. They have dogs for narcotics. They have dogs for biting. And then some of the dogs are dual trained. They can do multiple tasks. Anyways, that's all. I did watch the video, but that's it. I just wanted to comment on it real quick. Anyways, I'm leaving again. I just wanted to discuss it. All right, because I was asked about it. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. LAR out.